Guys, welcome back to another exciting chess game. This one was played yesterday at the start of the Prague International Masters 2024, played in Czech Republic, and it was played between Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa, who was playing as white, and his opponent, Super Grandmaster from Germany, Vincent Keymer. Game started really offensively by Praggnanandhaa and finished in the same style, so truly wonderful game. You will surely enjoy, and if you want more exciting chess games from this tournament analyzed, you can click the like button and the subscribe button so you won't miss out anything, because I will be covering this tournament. So without further ado, we will go straight into the game. So Praggnanandhaa opened the game with e4, we have e5 for Vincent, knight f3, knight c6, and after bishop c4 we are in Italian game. Knight f6 for black. Now, as you all know, white can go for fried liver attack, but on the grandmaster level black knows how to defend, so Praggnanandhaa plays quiet gioco piano with d3. We have bishop to c5 and we have castle for Praggnanandhaa. a6 was played for black, a common theme in this opening. We have c3 with the idea to push this pawn on d4, and that is the reason black wants to save a tempo, and he plays bishop a7 to safety. We have a4 for white, d6 for black, all standard moves. Rook to e1 for Praggnanandhaa, and castle here played for Vincent Keymer. We have h3 for white with the idea to stop this pin on g4, and right now we have knight to h5 played for Vincent Keymer. Now, as you can see, this looks like a complete blunder for black, since this pawn can be taken and then white queen can retake this knight and simply white will be a pawn up. But Praggnanandhaa didn't play this move. Why? You can leave the answer in the comments below, guys. Why this is not a good move to pick up this pawn and then pick up this knight? Does black have something scary here for white? Yes, he does, and that is the reason Praggnanandhaa played bishop to g5, attacking this queen. Now, unfortunately, you cannot play f6, and that is the reason why knight f6 was played here for black. Praggnanandhaa now continues his plan. He plays d4. We have h6 here on the board, attacking this bishop. Bishop retreats to h4. And right now, after g5, this bishop is getting ready to retreat. But wait, this didn't happen in our game. Praggnanandhaa finds this amazing move, knight takes on g5. That's the first amazing sacrifice of the game. So you are sacrificing your knight for the pawn. Of course, Vincent accepts this, and after bishop takes on g5, you have two pawns for a knight. And right now, this knight is pinned, and he will be in a lot of trouble when queen f3 is played. So Vincent Keymer has to find a way to defend it. He plays king to h7, a really good move with the idea to put this king on g6. We have queen to f3 attacking, king g6 played to defend this knight, and right now we have bishop to h4 retreating this bishop and getting ready to possibly push g4 pawn. We have e takes on d4 on the board, queen to g3 check, king goes on h7, another good move by Vincent Keymer, putting his king to safety. Now, although this knight is pinned, he is still defended, so black king seems safe for now. Bishop g5 is played with the idea to give this check on h4 and then again attack this knight. We have rook to h8 played for black, a knight to d2 developing move. And right now we have another amazing defensive move by Vincent Keymer, and that is queen g8. Now, as you can see, this knight is hanging, but if white decides to pick up this knight, then this is not good, because we have queen takes on g4, f takes on g3, d takes on c3 with a check, because this bishop scopes this king, and after king goes on h1, we simply pick up c takes on d2. His rook is hanging, and this is a clear won position for black, so Praggnanandhaa has to be careful. He plays e5. By the way, computer evaluation gives this position a dead draw. So we have knight to h5 attacking white's queen, queen to h4, and right now queen to g6, another good defensive move by Vincent Keymer. Game continued with bishop to f6 for Praggnanandhaa. We have rook to g8, now aiming at this pawn, and we have bishop to d5, a really good move by Praggnanandhaa, centralizing your bishop and also protecting this checkmate threat. We have bishop to f5 played for black, bishop f3 played for white. Now the main idea is to pick up this knight, and right now we have first mistake by Vincent Keymer, and that is rook a goes on a8. Now this is a mistake because white now has a powerful attack on the black king, and black will lose a lot of material. After bishop to f3, the main idea here was, by the computer at least, was to actually play knight picks up on e5. And right now, of course, white cannot play g4. This is losing because now this pawn is defended. Simply, you will lose a lot of pieces, and after this move, black is simply winning. So after knight takes on e5, one of the ideas here was to actually pick up this with your bishop. Then after d takes on e5, we have a rook picking up on e5, and after queen g5 and trade of queens, this is the end position here of this variation. So although black is a piece down, white is still doing slightly better. But Praggnanandhaa in his analysis actually mentioned that here after knight takes on e5, he wanted to complicate things with rook picks up on e5, and after d takes on e5, knight goes on e4, we have rook a to e8, we have g4 forking these two pieces, but of course your king is pinned, so you cannot pick them up. We have a rook to g7 here played for black. That's the main idea, to retreat this king if needed and remove it from pin of this queen. Game would continue with pushing this pawn on g5. We have king to g8, bishop takes on h5, and queen to h7 was the end of this line. White is only slightly better here in this position. So this is what Praggnanandhaa mentioned here, that this is the main idea, what he wanted to do. But after rook a to e8, we have g3 on the board, a really good move here, firstly, for white. And right now, Keymer makes another mistake, which is king to h6. After g3, the only move that kind of keeps the game on track is d picks up on c3. And right now, after knight e4, we have queen picking up on g3 with a check. Knight picks up on g3, rook picks up on the g3 with a check, bishop g2, king h6, e6, and f takes on e6 here with much better position still for white, but this is what could have played in the game. After e6, of course, rook e6 is also good here, but bishop takes on c3. Slightly better for black is this variation, but still black is much worse here by the computer evaluation, and it's really difficult because this king is really endangered. Also, black doesn't have his queen on the board. But of course, this is all computer variation. You need to be a really good player to spot this all, and this is of course not possible by humans in most cases. So this is the computer evaluation. After king goes on h6, we have g4 right now, forking these two pieces. As I mentioned before, you cannot take them immediately. We have d takes on c3, and right now b takes on c3 is played for Prague. This is a slight miss of the position. G5 check was the best. But of course, after b takes on c3, we have knight picking up on e5 for black, and right now g5 check, a good move by Praggnanandhaa. And right now, black is simply forced to pick up this pawn with his queen, because if in case king goes on h7, then bishop picks up on h5 and your position is completely collapsing. You will be again forced to give up your queen anyways. So you had to, after g5, sacrifice your queen, and after bishop takes on g5, rook picks up on g5 with a check, king h2, and knight g6. Another mistake by computer, at least. After king to g2, after king to h2, bishop g6 is the main idea here by the computer. And now after bishop to g4, f6 is what computer recommends, although white is almost 2.5 in advantage here. So white is already much better. But after knight to g6, this is a huge mistake. Now we have beautiful queen picks up on g5, check. King picks up on g5. Now, I also wanted to remind you that Vincent Keymer had 1.54 minutes on the clock here. Praggnanandhaa had 16 minutes. So Keymer didn't have much time to think about. We have rook picking up on e8. Knight h goes on f4. Bishop picks up on b7. We have a5. We have rook to a8, pressuring this bishop. Bishop b6 defend. Knight to c4, attacking this bishop, pressuring this pawn. Bishop picks up this pawn, rook picks up on a5. Praggnanandhaa's idea is to just start pushing this a pawn. We have d5 attacking this knight, rook to f1 attacking this bishop, and after bishop b6, we have knight picking up on b6, c takes on b6, rook b5 to pressure this pawn. Bishop picks up on h3, and now sacrifice. Rook picks up on f4, knight picks up on f4, and rook picks up on b6. In this position with 1:36 minutes on the clock, Vincent Keymer resigned because there is no way of stopping this pawn. White is clear, has a clear material advantage, and he will soon promote to a queen. And this is how this wonderful game ended, and this is all I have prepared for you today, guys. If you enjoyed this game, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And as you all know, I want to make this channel a primary source of my income. I want to become a full-time YouTuber, and your help is much needed and much appreciated, guys. Also, feel free to leave any comments you wish about this game, about this position. Have I missed something in the analysis? Are you looking forward to Prague International Masters 2024? Or anything else you wish to comment? I always enjoy reading your comments, guys. And of course, we will see each other tomorrow with another exciting game from this tournament. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye-bye.